Okay. Good morning, children. This is B. Srinivas Rao. Social faculty in IIT Foundation. Today we'll take Russian Revolution. Actually, Russia was a vast country. It's a vast country ruled by Tsars in the early 20th century. It is expanded in Europe and Asia. That's why this is called as Euro-Asian country. Euro-Asian country. You know very well, it is the third largest country regarding population. So, Tsars ruling. Talking about Tsars, there were 5 Tsars. CZARS Tsars or TSARS Tsars. What are they? Just you can take this one. Talking about this, there were 5 Tsars ruled this country, like Mughals of India, like Indian Mughals, Babur Akbar. Here also, there are 5 Tsars. One is Alexander I. Second one is Nicholas I. Third one, Alexander II. Fourth one, Alexander III. And last Tsar was Nicholas II. It was a kind of system where there were rulers ruling this country, vast country, in the early 20th century. But what were the reasons for the revolution in Russia? Revolution, what is it? Nothing but change. A change in any field generally termed as revolution. So, politically, socially, people are interested to bring changes. What were the reasons for the revolution that was taken place in Russia? Actually, talking about Russia, there were 2 revolutions taken place. One is in 1905, another one is in 1970. During Nicholas II, there were 2 revolutions. One is in 1905, another one is in 1917. So, during 1917, again there are 2 revolutions. One is political, another one is social. Political and social. So, political revolution and social revolution. You can get a kind of question. What were the reasons for or conditions which provoked people to go against rulers to establish a kind of proletariat government, socialistic government? So this is about introduction. Now we'll take causes for Russian Revolution, or what were the conditions prevailed in Russia, how these conditions responsible for the revolution in Russia. That was the story. So talking about this, it was a socialistic revolution. You mean kind of revolution where equality is main. Equality is main. There is no place for rich and poor. No place for rich and poor. So this is about socialism. Socialism that speaks regarding the equality, fraternity, unity, all these things. So that's why this revolution is called a socialistic revolution. This revolution is called a socialistic revolution. Okay, talking about this, what were the conditions prevailed in Russia? How these conditions responsible for the outbreak of revolution in the country? Take first one is political conditions. Political conditions. Political conditions. Actually, it was ruled by rulers. It was ruled by Tsars. They were cruel rulers. They ruled with the help of the council. Council consists of ministers. Council consists of ministers and officials. Ministers and officials. Whatever the officials say, whatever the report that they give, that will be the final for the judge. You mean ruler over that, Alexander or Nicholas, was a puppet in the hands of ministers. You mean ministers and officials, nothing but bureaucrats. Were able to flatter the ruler. Ruler followed the words of minister. Now, entire kingdom, entire the country was under control of ministers and officials. So, these ministers and officials treated people cruelly. They treated people cruelly. But that was not in the notice of ruler. Ruler was away. Whatever the problems that were there in the country, not known to ruler. These two groups run the government with a political corruption. So, whatever they say, that was listened by this man, ruler, and these words are the law of the land. Law of the land. Whatever he say, that was the law. But he doesn't know the problems of the people. People and their problems, he doesn't know. Even ministers, officials not allowed the ruler to know about the problems of the people. This is about political system. That how administration, the fault administration that was there in Russia. This is the first cause, condition. Coming to and you mean here, ruler is away from the away from the people, away from the development, away from the all types of problems of the people. Talking about the second one is social conditions. Social conditions, talking about social conditions, entire society was divided into rich and poor, unfortunately. There were two groups, one is nobles and second one is serfs. Serfs, the word, see that, look at that, serfs, serfdom, slavery, you mean slaves. Look at that, serfs, serfdom, slavery. Serfdom was a problem. Serfdom, nothing but slavery, slaves, nothing but slavery. Nothing but slavery, serfdom, nothing but slavery. One community, completely slaves, that is about 90%, but nobles only 10%. These people, nobles, need not to pay any taxes, but these people used to pay the taxes. At the same time, nobles used to enjoy all privileges. They enjoyed all privileges. Privileges were enjoyed by nobles. They are simply enjoying the taxes and all. They no need to pay taxes. But here people used to enjoy. It's about political system. Talking about the society, these people were tortured by the nobles and kings and ministers, officials. Serfs were tortured. They lived in worst conditions. Their position was very bad, very bad. They don't have even food. They were sold. Slaves were sold in the market. They were flogged, sold, tortured, taken to Siberia. Sometimes whenever a person who is revolting were taken to Siberia, a remote area where we can see only icebergs and all. Like it was a story like Telangana. In Telangana we could see in 8th class we listened. Doras and small peasants and laborers. That story that was there in Telangana. There were continuous wars or fights between Doras and small peasants and laborers. The same story that was there. A similar story that was seen in Telangana. Doras used to enjoy all privileges. They used to enjoy all rights. Entire land was under control of Doras. Laborers and small peasants having a small piece of lands. And laborers did not have any land. And here, after sometimes, of course, Telangana peasant struggle was started during 46 to 51. And the role of Doras, their cruelty, their nature, their privileges ended. Here also society was divided into two groups. One group was in very bad position. Another group was in danger. Talking about the third cause, just I am trying to give reasons for revolution. Third one is economic reasons. Economic conditions. Economy, talking about economy, it was agriculture based economy. Agriculture based economy. And we cannot find any modernized agriculture. Modernized agriculture. It's a old and traditional, undeveloped agricultural practices can be seen. You mean that old practices were continued. So we cannot find any production in the agriculture. Required grains were not able to produce, leads to famines. Starvation was a major problem in this country, and most of the people were in poverty. Poverty, no development. This point is to be taken. There was no development in this society. No production. There is no availability of there was no availability of food and grains. Starvation leads to death. Large number of people used to die without food. Can you expect any relief fund from the government and officials? No. Even though the situation was bad, officials and nobles used to go and collect taxes. It was really a big burden to the people who lived during that period. Same time, talking about the Russia, it was defeated by Japan, a small country, in 1905. 1905, there was a war between Japan and Russia. Japan and Russia. Actually, Japan was a small island. It is a small island. Was able to defeat Russia. Russia was a big nation. It's a vast nation. It's a big nation, vast country, but such a vast country was defeated by. So conditions enough to understand this is the way how Russia was. Russians faced, right? Because of this, people fed up with this system. All the people.